Hello, my name is Michael Ibach, and for my contraceptive presentation, I'm going to be focusing on the withdrawal method. The withdrawal method, or it's also known as the pull-out method, or the coitus interruptus, which literally means the interrupting of coitus or sex. It's one of the oldest, easiest, and most used methods of contraception available to us. Basically how it works is that during intercourse, right before the male is about to ejaculate or orgasm, he literally withdraws or pulls out the penis and ejaculates elsewhere. Now when he does this, he has to be careful that he doesn't ejaculate near the female or on the female's vagina, because he can still impregnate her this way. Duke's study showed that a third of all women aged 15 to 24 had to use the withdrawal method as their primary method of contraception. Perfect use of the withdrawal method is 96% effective, which is right up there with birth control or condoms, which are 98-99% effective, whereas the typical usage is 73% effective, and this accounts for obviously people not performing the withdrawal method correctly. So again, recap: 96% effective. When used properly, typically those 73% effective. And like I said, just because the male, whatever the reason may be, doesn't pull out, ejaculates inside the female because of the heat of the moment, this is a big problem. So Mythbuster time. Myth. So the myth is that pre-cum contains sperm or semen. This is false. There's no sperm or semen in pre-cum. You can't get pregnant from pre-cum. However, on occasion, sometimes as the pre-cum travels down the urethra, it'll gather or pick up leftover semen from a previous ejaculation that's accumulated. Easy way for the male to get rid of this is to urinate pre-sex, and this will just clean out the urethra, and this will make it so that the pre-cum doesn't pick up any extra leftover semen. Cost-wise, the withdrawal method is free. Like I said, it's free, it's easy, it's simple. Literally anybody can engage in it, and that's also one of the advantages of it, is that it is free, it is simple, it's safe. There's no medical or hormonal effects from it. Also, a lot of people like the withdrawal method, using withdrawal method by itself, because unlike condoms, there's no barrier between the vagina and the penis. It's literally skin-on-skin contact, and the pleasure level with this is much higher. Also, it's very convenient. You don't have to go out and get it. You can do it anywhere, anytime. It can be combined with any other method of birth control, so condoms, birth control, anything. You can use those along with the withdrawal method, just to make it safer and more effective for you guys. Like I said, the big disadvantages of it is that it's very, very easy to fail. So it's very easy for the male not to pull out, or to get caught up in the heat of the moment and accidentally, whether it's because he's not experienced enough or whatnot, to accidentally come inside the female. And this is another thing: if you are going to engage in the withdrawal method, it's recommended that you have great self-control. So for the males, they have to be able to know when they're about to ejaculate. They have to have experience, and you have to be able to trust your partner. So the female is obviously putting a lot of trust into the male's hands in this method. Also, typically you'd want to engage in it with a somebody who you've been in a relationship for with a while, somebody who's been tested for STIs or STDs, because there is no protection from STIs or STDs, because it's literally, like I said, it's skin-on-skin contact. So you do have to trust the person that you are doing it with, and you have to be in a monogamous relationship with them. There's no prescription. Like I said, you can literally, anybody can do it. You don't need to go to the doctor and get a prescription for the withdrawal method. Anybody can engage in it, which is pretty convenient. Just from experience, I use the withdrawal method. I combine it with any other method I use. So whether it's using a condom or birth control, whatever it is, I usually use the withdrawal method as a secondary method, but typically as a primary method it is very risky, and I don't recommend engaging in it without using another kind of contraception. So that's my presentation. I hope that you guys learned a lot, and I appreciate your time. Thank you.